Cookies. 7 letters, 1 word, and I bet when I mention them, your stomach grumbled a little bit. No matter where you go, you can always find people selling homemade cookies, or you can buy them out of the package. So why not make some yourself? Ever since I was little, I've been helping my parents in the kitchen with cooking and baking, so this recipe I'm going to share with you has been very important to me growing up. In order to get the perfect cookies, you're going to want to go through 3 very simple steps, and that's getting your ingredients ready and measured out correctly, mixing the dough together, and baking the cookies in the oven. Baking cookies is a fun and easy project that results in some very delicious treats. In accordance with a recent study done by Michelle Lettrich, who is the author of Brown Eyed Baker, a highly popular blog among other bakers, she asked her followers what their favorite kind of cookie was, and most people seemed to answer that chocolate chip was their favorite, the classic. Now before we start making chocolate chip cookies, we're going to want to preheat the oven to 375 so that way it'll be nice and hot when you're ready to put the cookies in. For this recipe, you're going to need 2 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar lightly packed down into that measuring cup, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of softened butter, 1 box of vanilla pudding mix, and chocolate chips. You can use any kind of chocolate chip. I tend to use semi-sweet, but you can use milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or any combination thereof. Now once you have all of your ingredients properly measured out, you're going to want to start mixing. An important part of mixing is putting all the ingredients in the correct order. Duff Goldman, who is a pastry chef and TV personality, advises to not overmix your dough when you're mixing it. When you overmix, it can lead to crumbling and hard cookie dough, which makes it very difficult to get that perfect cookie shape. So the first thing we're going to add into our mixing bowl is butter, both sugars, vanilla extract, and the pudding mix. Now once these are all into the bowl, you're going to want to mix them on low until it's crumbly. The second thing you're going to add into your bowl is the eggs. Now once you put the eggs in and it starts mixing, you can, on a side bowl, add the flour and the baking soda together so that you can create a perfect little combination to add in later. Now once the ingredients in your mixing bowl is smooth, you can start adding that flour in slowly. Don't dump it in all at once, or you could end up overmixing your dough. Now once all of your dough is mixed together with the flour included, you can stop it, scrape off the whisk and the sides to make a little ball of cookie dough in the middle. Now once you have this ball ready, you can grab your chocolate chips and add as many or as little as you want. I really like chocolate chips, so I tend to add a bag and a half. Now once you add those in, you fold them into your cookie dough so it's all mixed up nice and perfect. Now rather than stopping here and just eating the dough, as many of us do, I'm guilty of doing that, we're going to get these cookies ready to put into the oven. For me, the hardest part of making cookies is waiting for them to cook. So instead of thinking about that, we're going to focus on putting them onto our pan. I tend to use an ice cream scoop because it's easier to manage and it's a lot simpler to gauge your cookie size. Now when I put them on the pan, I like to do 4 rows of 3 so that they evenly bake and the cookies won't melt together. Now once you have the 12 cookies onto your pan, you can bake them for 8 to 10 minutes or until they're golden brown on the bottom. Some ovens, they cook faster and some cook slower, so it all depends on how you like your cookies. Now once you waited that grueling 8 to 10 minutes and your cookies are done, you're going to be able to share them with anyone you want because they're going to be gorgeous and delicious and everyone's going to love them. Baking cookies is a fun and easy project that can result in some very delicious treats. According to Statista, which is an online statistic company with over 80 statisticians, database experts, and graphers, 78% of Americans will eat cookies on a daily basis. Now the cookies that they're consuming are probably ones from packages, such as Oreos, Chips Ahoy, or Keebler. So why not change that? Let's work on raising that number to 100% and not make it the prepackaged cookies, but make them the perfect golden brown cookies that you are now able to make thanks to this.